everybody. How are you doing today on this fine Friday morning, evening, afternoon, whatever the time it is where you are? I was going to make a video about Bam Margera today because, y'all, there's some stuff going on in that case. Look, I'm just encouraging y'all, keep an open mind. But as you can tell by the title, the thumbnail, this is not what this video is about. Today's video is about something that I actually overlooked yesterday in my haste to, run and tell the world that Wells Fargo, like, it's so weird that I'm even saying this sentence. Wells Fargo, who, like, let's be honest, can't even figure out how to run a damn bank. I had people all up in my comment section talking about, yeah, Wells Fargo started a bank account, 2-3 bank accounts in my name, and I had to get paid out in a lawsuit. What? Look, y'all, I mean, just recently, let me show y'all this. This is just like a recent thing. Look, September 2021, Wells Fargo gets into trouble yet again over alleged fraud. I mean, listen, Wells Fargo seems like they got a lot bigger problems to be worrying about than trying to put famous Black women into conservatorships. And yet, in 2021, the year of our Lord Britney Jean Spears, we have a bank, a financial institution that this lady just happened to just have her money with, filing to put a woman into a conservatorship. So if you missed that video yesterday, I do encourage you to go watch it. It is awful. Not the video. The video is great because I'm in it. But the situation is awful. Okay. So what I did want to, thank you. Good hair day. What I did want y'all to see is there are 2 letters from Wells Fargo's lawyers. Now listen, just from a lawyer perspective, it's pretty strange that they're sitting here writing letters to the judge. Like, you're supposed to file motions and stuff. But in a situation where you do have some time is of the essence and it's an emergency, sometimes the judge will just say, send me a letter. Let me see what you're talking about. Okay. So we read together yesterday one of those letters. Now let me pull this up for y'all. So the letter that we read yesterday together was this one. Remember, it was this part right here. Wells Fargo has filed a petition. What on God's green earth is a freaking financial institution filing for a conservatorship or a guardianship to be put over someone? Now, there's a lot of chit chat going about the Twitter about, oh, it's a guardianship, it's not a conservatorship. Y'all, it is the same thing. A guardianship and a conservatorship are the same thing. It is a reassignment of certain of your allegedly inalienable rights to somebody else. Okay. So look, this is not even the worst part. I mean, the whole thing is the worst part, but it gets worse. Because look at this. Look, this letter is dated February 9th. We did read it. And I think we might even looked at this one yesterday, but let's read this letter together real quick. Yet another letter from Wells Fargo's attorneys sent yesterday to the court. On behalf of Wells Fargo, we apologize for further correspondence. See, even they're acknowledging, like, we're really not supposed to be writing all these letters to the judge. This is unusual, right? But we are concerned about Wendy's situation. Well, I'm concerned about her situation too. You got a friggin' bank trying to put a conservatorship on a human. What on earth? I'm concerned about her situation too. Comment below if you're concerned about her situation. Okay. And want to reiterate our desire to be heard. Let me get y'all a picture of who's writing this letter real quick. Hold on. Who's writing this letter? Kikus from Bressler. I just want y'all to just get a good picture in your mind of what we're dealing with here. All right. Okay. So this is our author, David Picus. I don't know how to say his name. Okay. David Picus gets results. He has been actively engaged as a litigator for over 3 decades in New York and New Jersey. Well, guess what? Giddy up, David, because I'm licensed in New Jersey too. You're not special. Devoted to complex cases and putting people in conservatorships against their will and stealing their property on behalf of their clients. Oh, it doesn't say that. Oh, shoot. That was me. I just was reading into it a little bit. His experience has spanned nearly all facets of litigation. Okay, so all this shit that he probably didn't even write, right? He was working in Manhattan. Look, big nasty is what we'll call him. Big nasty, big law attorney. Look at him. Just look at him. Just look at that man. That is a person who steals human rights. Look at him. David P. Coos, attorney at law. You still got time to make this right, sweetheart. You still got time. It looks like you're about 65 years old. You've been doing it for 65 years, but today you can choose the right thing to do, David. You can wake up tomorrow and choose the right thing to do as well. You can stop this attempted trafficking. You can stop this attempted theft, the highway robbery that you're helping out with your client, Wells Fargo. You can stop it today. And I encourage you to do so. All right. So now that y'all got him in your mind, let's get back to our letter here. All right. All right. So that's who's writing this letter. Okay. Big nasty. Whew. All right. Let me get my blood pressure under control. Sometimes you just got to take a deep breath. You know what I mean? Don't ever be afraid to just take deep breath. All right. Or else you'll appear unhinged on the internet live like I do. Okay. Okay. We are concerned. We are concerned. This man has concerns about Wendy Williams. He's concerned about her situation. And we want to reiterate our desire to be heard if the court intends to consider petitioner's attempt to relitigate the issue of a temporary restraining order. It's our hope that the guardianship part, so when you see guardianship part, that basically means kind of like the probate court. It means like the court that's going to be responsible for deciding the issue of guardianship. Okay. So it's our hope that the guardianship court will eminently appoint a temporary guardian. And y'all know what a temporary guardian means from the Britney case. It don't mean temporary. It means they intend for Wendy Williams to be in a conservatorship for the rest of her life until the day that she takes her last breath. That's what it means. They try to couch it and fluff it up at the beginning, talking about temporary. Nothing is temporary about what they're trying to do. Take my word for it or don't. Temporary bullshit. You know what you're trying to do, David Picus, and we all see you doing it. It is our hope that the court will take away Wendy Williams' rights, even though we didn't give her notice that we were filing that, even though we didn't tell her attorney that we were filing that. It is our hope to take away and steal her rights and her property. It is our hope to take and steal away her rights and her property. That's what it says. He likes to use different words for that, but what do we know that it means? Eminently appoint, eminently appoint. A temporary, we're not going to be fooled, Picus. A temporary guardian or evaluator to review the situation and ensure that the petitioner's affairs are being properly handled. What on God's green earth does my banker know about what's best for me? This is getting out of hand, y'all. I'm sorry for raising my voice, but it is. We also note that Wendy's submission in support of her application is an affirmation, not an affidavit. Her alleged signature is not acknowledged, meaning it's not notarized. So he's basically, this whole paragraph is him saying, we don't even think Wendy actually signed that. So they're basically calling Wendy a liar. We do not accept it. Her signature is not acknowledged. It must be disregarded. They're trying, literally, Wendy Williams must be disregarded. Essentially. Wells Fargo, listen to this. Like Wells Fargo is so nice and sweet and kind that they are open to arranging with Wendy's lawyer to release a few of Wendy's dollars that belong to Wendy to pay her bills. We're open to arranging to release a couple pennies to her so she can pay her mortgage and her spousal support. But other than that, we're not giving her money that belongs to her. We will continue to hold on to her property that she entrusted with our institution, is what they're saying. Finally, we intend to file opposition. Look, counsel is welcome to contact us at its own without contacting through the court. But that hasn't gotten done what needs to get done yet. Wendy's lawyer had to go to the court. Just wait till we get to the worst part of this letter. Finally, we intend to file opposition papers, meaning they intend to oppose Wendy's request to unfreeze her bank account. They're about to sit there and say, no, we think we should keep her money. We think we should keep it over here with us because Wendy don't know what she's doing with her own money that she earned and worked her whole life to earn. So we don't want you to do that. We believe that the record in this case should be sealed to protect whose privacy? Who, David? Whose privacy are you trying to protect, David? Is it really Wendy's, or is it maybe yours and your clients? Is it yours? Whose privacy are you trying to protect, David? Picoos. We believe that the record in this case should be sealed to protect Wendy's privacy, and pending a sealing order, we would appreciate permission. Instead of writing letters to the court, we want to email you so that That Surprise Witness and the other YouTubers who are covering this, y'all, there's so many videos on YouTube. Type it in, watch everyone's videos, get the word out. Because look what these leeches and alleged criminals, it's been alleged. Look what the leeches are doing. Your Honor, please let us seal this. We want to email you directly. We don't want to have to let the public have their right. Thank you, Moon Magic. I love Capricorns. Look at Moon Magic's comment. I'm a headstrong, logical Capricorn. Well, I'm going to be married to one of those. Okay. Anyway, so here's the big ta-da. This is what we've been waiting for. Would you please let us know if that is possible? Meaning, would you please let us know if we can handle this all hush-hush behind the closed doors and not let the public see shit? Please, Mr. David Picoos. The Guardianship Court has approved our request, pending hearing of the full guardianship application, to utilize an anonymous caption in the proceeding, meaning the Guardianship Court, in whatever state they filed this in, I'm assuming it's California, I don't know, maybe it's Florida, maybe it's New York, I really don't know. Where does Wendy Williams even live? She's from New Jersey. These people are in New York. She's been living in Miami. So where are they trying to file for this guardianship? I don't know. And now I can't even look, because the Guardianship Court has approved David Picoos' request to use a fake name that's not Wendy Williams' name. They are hiding from the public in plain sight. David, you know you're wrong. You know you're wrong. It's unacceptable. If y'all aren't doing anything wrong, why in that bleep? I know some of y'all watch with your kids. I'm trying to watch my language. Why are you hiding? You know good and goddamn farewell. You know the public has right to access to these hearings. And yet, look at you little sneaky snake. Okay. So I also made another, not discovery, but just looking into things. I looked into Lori Schiller. Now, yesterday, if y'all remember from this letter, the petitioner, that's Wendy. This is yesterday's letter, right? We read this one yesterday on the video. Wendy is an established client of Wells Fargo, and notably 15 years with the particular financial advisor. So what does that tell y'all? Wendy Williams has used Lori Schiller as her financial advisor for 15 years. Well, let's look at Lori Schiller's work history, shall we? Publicly available documents. I'm not trying to pretend like I'm the only person who can find this. Y'all can Google it yourself. Go to brokercheck.finra.org and type in Lori Schiller, formerly Lori Bianco. Okay. So she currently works as an investment advisor. Oh, shoot. Let me show y'all. I got all excited. Okay. She currently, look, this is where we are. She currently works as an investment advisor. Here, IA means investment advisor, at Wells Fargo, right? Since last year. Only since last year has she been a registered investment advisor. Okay. But before that, she worked at Wells Fargo as a broker. See that B right there? That means broker. Okay. But she only started at Wells Fargo in 2018. But look how David Picoos wrote it. Oh, an established client of Wells Fargo for 4 years? Wendy Williams has been your client for 4 years and you know better than how to spend her money than her? How does that work? I am terrified to put my money anywhere. I don't even have money, y'all. Let's be honest. But like one day if I do, what the bleep? She's been a Wells Fargo client for 4 years. And here's Picoos, established client of Wells Fargo. And you know what? I'd be trying to seal my shit too, David, because y'all are wrong for what you're doing. Attorney, you're wrong. Look me in my eyes. You're wrong. You're wrong for what you're doing. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You're setting a piss poor example of how to be an attorney. Piss poor. Piss poor. Send me a cease and desist. I want you to. I'm begging you. Bitch. Oh my God. Christina Lowe. Thank you so much, y'all. Help me thank Christina. That is such a generous donation. Thank you so much. Okay. Piss poor. David P. Coos. Big Nasty. 15 years with this advisor, right? So then you start looking at Miss Thang's institutions she's worked at, and guess what? Now we start to see some Britney Spears overlap. Britney Spears has many accounts in Merrill Lynch, down here where she worked from 98 to 2005. Britney Spears has many accounts with Morgan Stanley, where Miss Thang worked from 2005 to 2007. Miss Thang worked at as a broker at Morgan Stanley, a broker again at Morgan Stanley. That's like Chase Bank type of affiliate. Then you got UBS. Britney Spears had accounts there. So listen, I'm not saying this woman has anything to do with Britney Spears, but I am saying she worked at some of the same banks that Britney Spears has accounts at. And I just have a feeling that all these people who manage big famous people's accounts probably know each other. That's just a feeling. That's just what I feel in my spirit. Y'all don't have to believe me. That's not facts. Not facts. But what do we see from this timeline? Well, Miss Thang, if she's been Wendy's advisor for 15 years, that means, probably Wendy got with her at UBS or something like that. I don't know, maybe Morgan Stanley. And now it's this lady. Again, another thing important to know is among this time, Wendy went through a divorce. And it's speculated, y'all told me this. Y'all are the ones who told me this on Twitter yesterday and on my Instagram comments and on my YouTube comments. But y'all said it used to be the case that, thank you so much, Jacob. Thank you so much. It used to be the case that, I got sidetracked. I don't know why I said it used to be the case, but y'all know what happens when I get sidetracked. YouTube didn't tell you I was live, beep boop bop. That was mean. Okay. Anyway, I don't know what's going on here. Oh, I remember now. Okay. So y'all were telling me yesterday, it used to be the case that Wendy Williams' husband, Kevin Hunter, something Hunter, used to take care of her finances, really would never have let this happen. And then they got divorced. Listen, I don't know anything about Wendy Williams. I told y'all yesterday I don't really like her, but I'm supporting her fight for her rights because that's the right thing to do. So I'm on your side, Wendy. I don't really like how you covered the Britney case, but we can talk about that after you're not in this situation anymore. Thank you. So a lot of people are saying, what happened was, this is what the speculation. I don't know. This speculation. This ain't facts. But people are saying, well, probably what happened was that Kevin Hunter, or the former husband, probably is friendly with this Lori Schiller. And maybe he still has something to say about the accounts. Maybe he has something to do with this. I don't know if that's true. That's just what y'all are speculating, and I'm relaying the message. But what I do know is Mr. Piku's, Mr. This guy, is telling the court, oh, she's an established client of Wells Fargo. Okay, yeah, for 4 years. And she's been 15 years with this financial advisor. So what that tells me is Wendy Williams has come to Wells Fargo with Lori. Does that make sense? She's an established client of Lori. And Lori changed jobs from UBS to Wells Fargo. So Wendy came with her. And here's Wells Fargo having a client for 4 years talking about, we know, we're concerned. Oh, look how we're concerned. We're concerned. We've known her for 4 years and we're concerned because she's not spending her money how we want, because she fired Lori Schiller after accusing her of malfeasance. Piku's. Let me talk to you. You left that out of your letter. You left it out of your letter that Wendy tried to fire your client. Why did you leave? You wrote 2 letters to the court. You had plenty time. You had plenty paper. I'm so worked up over this, y'all, because Hillary, you're not the only one. I smell embezzlement that Lori wants to cover up. I smell it too. That's not an accusation. It's a scent. I'm just smelling. Sniffs ain't defamation. Oh, y'all, look at my shirt. I wore my Facts Ain't Defamation shirt for y'all. Or no, it says what's this called? A sweatshirt. Anyway, I started a new supplement. I told y'all about it on Popcorn Planet, but that's why I have all of this energy, and I just need to scream it into this microphone, I guess. Assault your eardrums. Skiller doesn't want to go to jail, somebody said. Where is it? Galaxy X. Possibly. Because this is what me and one of my friends were talking about yesterday. I'm not going to out the friend because I don't want him to have to get deposed. One of my friends was saying yesterday, think about it. You're Wendy Williams or you're like Kevin Hunter. What's his first name? Can somebody tell me what his name is? Is it Kevin? Sniffs ain't defamation. Okay. This is what we were talking about. This is speculation. Speculation. This is not facts, okay? Speculation. Think about it. You're a famous person. You're Wendy Williams or somebody like that level. You have a lot of money and you want somebody to invest it for you. What are you going to do? Just go up to a bank? Hell no. You're going to ask somebody in the industry. Hey, who manages your books? Who manages your investments? Have you made money on those investments? Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, this lady named Lori Schiller. You should go to her. She's at UBS Financial Services, a reputable bank. And wouldn't you think a person that has like one or, more famous people's accounts as an investment advisor, like that's how they build their portfolios. Look at Lou Taylor. She started out by scamming her way into Britney's life. But then once she was able to say, oh yeah, I manage Britney's business, then all of a sudden other famous people will come because it's like, okay, well, Britney Spears, good enough for her, then it's good enough for me. So just following along that, again, it's totally speculation here. I'm just speculating. But isn't it possible that Lori Schiller might have some other big name famous people's account? And isn't it possible that she might be doing something that she wants hidden and covered up? That maybe the likes of Mr. Piku's might be able to help cover up? I don't know. But isn't that possible? Isn't it possible maybe Lori and Wells Fargo have something to hide and they're silencing and medically incarcerating a Black woman? Seems possible to me. Can speculation be used in defamation lawsuits? Nope. You have to assert something as a fact. You have to say it is a fact that, well, you don't have to say it is a fact that, but you have to present something as if you're saying you know it to be true. I don't know that that's true. And I want to be very clear with y'all. I don't know that it's true. What I do know for sure is that it looks really suspicious that they froze Wendy's bank account in a freaking financial institution. Look, I have even had the opportunity over the last 24 hours to speak and to comment and to communicate with people who've worked for big banks. And you know what they told me? Usually, if a bank does suspect that someone's under undue influence, they will contact a family member, a power of attorney. Wendy Williams had a power of attorney that she chose. The bank is saying they know better than her about her own money. The bank is saying, oh, we don't even think Wendy actually signed that. And we want everything to be kept secret. So y'all, I'm not even going to be able to go and find these documents because they're filed under an anonymous name. How are we going to find them? How is the public, how are we the people going to know that Justice Arlene Bluth is doing the appropriate thing? How? This is not how it's supposed to work. This is not transparency. And what we need to do is start calling. Pick up your phone. I've called this law office. I've emailed this law office. We deserve answers. We, the people of the United States, deserve and are entitled to know what these leeches and crooks are doing in our public institutions behind our backs. I'm going to be calling the court. I'm going to be calling this guy's office again. I'm going to call every day. The only way to make change is to let them know that we see what they are doing. Can I give y'all numbers to call? Yes, I will post them. Most of what happened to Britney is because there was no opposition. 100%. Because what happened when we started really making noise, Susie? Britney got out of that conservatorship shit, didn't she? Miss Vivian Lee Thoreen, daddy, talking about, I've never seen anyone get out of a conservatorship. Well, you did now, bitch. What now? Might be number 2, might be number 3, might be all the conservatorships ending come soon because y'all got us fired up. You should have left well enough alone, David. Y'all should have left well enough alone. It's absolutely unacceptable. It is not acceptable. We do not approve. We, the people, do not approve to keep this shit anonymous. No, we do not. No, we do not. Oh my God, Christina, stop it. Christina said a month after she came back from Iraq, she was in the back of an ambulance and then fell asleep and woke up paralyzed. And her mom tried to lock her up in a conservatorship. My God. Yes, Manuela. Yes. Anyway, that's all I really had for today. Please, y'all, I honestly really want y'all to boost the Bam Margera thing. I know a lot of y'all already have your minds made up, but I'm going to try and change your mind. So when y'all come to the next video, which I think will be the Bam Margera one, unless something else pops off with this and I have to do an emergency live again, keep an open mind and try to keep an open mind about him. I know a lot of y'all have your opinions about him and you have your minds made up, but I would like to present it to you in a different way. Please. Thank you. Okay. Wendy probably wishes she had my help right now. Wendy does have my help right now. We are here talking about her. We have to collectively keep hashtag unfreeze Wendy. Wells Fargo actually replied to me on Twitter. So y'all go tweet to them. Make noise. Make noise. Make it hard for them to get away with this. Tell your mama, tell your friends, tell your grandma. Wells Fargo can put you in a conservatorship. Wells Fargo can put you in a conservatorship. And guess what? Not only can they will. Wells Fargo can put you in a conservatorship, and they will. What precedent does this set for the rest of us? So if Santander don't like how I'm spending my money, they're going to try to lock me up. They're going to try to take away my rights. One last thing. If y'all call somebody, be respectful. Do it in a way that I would be proud of. Do not do it in a way that is going to be embarrassing. I do not condone threats. I do not condone violence. I condone exercising your rights peacefully, civilly. Thank you, Jeanette. It's beyond overreach. So, yes. Do not send any hate to anybody. If you want to, thank you, Deborah Tanner. If you want to call Wells Fargo, Bressler, all these attorneys, y'all can email, y'all can call. And what you should say is, we the people deserve transparency and accountability on our institutions. It is not acceptable that all of this is going on anonymously and under seal. And if you don't have anything to hide, you don't need to try to hide it. Wendy Williams has said she is not under undue influence, and I believe Wendy. Hashtag I believe Wendy. Hashtag freeze Wells Fargo. This is how they've always worked. All behind closed doors. The people didn't know until Britney's conservatorship. So many are put into illegal conservatorships. Yep. And look, listen, I'm not even saying like, okay, listen, I don't want to get it twisted. I don't know anything about Wendy. She might have dementia. Probably not. But even if she did, this is not the way to go about it. Your friggin' financial institution does not and cannot be filing for conservatorships against people. That just isn't the world that we want to live in. Comment below if that's the world you want to live in, where your bank can say you need a conservatorship and file for one behind your back without telling you and you don't even know and you don't have the filing. What? What in the communism regime, fascist, whatever you want to call it? That's not freedom. Your financial institution can conserve you. Your financial institution that has its own, hold on, problems. This financial institution that can steal money from we the people, that can make fraudulent accounts in our name, that can steal from you, the same one can lock you up. And your grandma and your mom and all of them. This is out of hand. It's gone too far. It's gone too far a long time ago, but now we see what y'all are doing. So, on that note, David, you still have time to do the right thing. And the right thing would be back it up. Back it up. That was a cute idea that y'all came up with at the executive board meeting, but it's not going to happen. And if it does happen, it's going to be painful. Not in a physical way. That's not a threat of violence. Y'all do not need to be threatening people with violence. We can make it painful with the PR. We can make it painful with our voice because we, the people, do not approve of how Wells Fargo is behaving. We, the people, do not approve of a financial institution that we freely chose to put our money in being able to take away our constitutional, human, and civil rights, much less a bank that can't even figure out how to follow the law itself. Preposterous. Preposterous. So, fact, saying defamation, love you, mean it. Okay, bye.